the likelihood of you going out, right? Say a black guy, especially if you go out and you talk to 10 women and all 10 are black, most of them are going to turn you down and rather harshly. Now, you could still get turned down by 10 women of another race, but I can almost with certainty tell you that you will get much further in that conversation than you would with the black woman who's not interested. A lot of them are very abrasive. They don't let things go. They don't let things go. They don't let things slide. They don't let things see where they could end up. They're abrasive from the jump. And that's what we're always talking about. Because when we are arguing, y'all saying like, okay, later down, you got to soften them up. You know, there's some things that black women are dealing with. You know, maybe give them a hug. Like, I can't even hug her because I ain't talked to her. I'm not gonna just go hug a random black woman. That shit ain't gonna go out. We're gonna end up fighting. What I'm saying
and
is,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that has been your experience. I'm sorry that's been your experience that makes you feel like, you know, that I guess that you can't like love a black woman or that you can't receive like true, genuine, like softness.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Love is already jumping past the point.
No, it does feel, I want to hug you, Stan. We love you,
but
Stan.
I think you're missing it. I think you're missing it. I think you're missing what I'm saying. I think
we hear
black
you.
women are the most abrasive from the jump. So for me to love a black woman would mean that I would have to get to meet her. I'd have to get to take her out on dates. That process,
and with that,
like black women are the most difficult to get to that point.
And I'm not gonna like. That's not something I'm gonna argue because that's your experience. Like I can't get in your body and tell you no, this never happened. Like, and like I said, I hate that for you, but. I just know from my experience, I have so many, and all my friends are like black women that are like great and like extremely friendly and open and receptive.
Hold on, before you go off.
No, I have to make this point because
I know, but I don't want to. I don't want you to go too far before I have to say this. I want to say before you go.
No.
Has your experience with other races been less abrasive? Because if you're going to argue, you have to argue the opposite to say that other races have been more abrasive towards you from the jump.
No, let me tell you, because that's where we defer. That's where we defer. Because first of all,
now I want to hear this.
Like, just like the understanding of like white people, I feel away a little bit just based on our history. So that's that. But then Mexicans, I grew up in San Antonio. I haven't really dealt with racism from white people. I've dealt with racism from Mexican people, Mexican women. My first time
out of all the women that you could talk to, black women just tend to be a little more abrasive. It just is harder. It's harder for things to flourish with a black woman, and so they don't. So then, when they don't, and then I end up with a Latin woman, then here come Dr. Umar. You see what I'm saying?
Good.
No, and I'm like, maybe you just, you know, you just gotta. Maybe you do just gotta stay over there. But I just hate, and I hope, no, for real, because I mean, if that's
Talk
what
your
it
shit.
is,
Stand on that.
That's how you feel. Like if that just black women are
too abrasive, how I feel. That's what happened.
Black women, no, I mean, but happened is the past, baby. And if you focus on the past, you're not focused on where you at right now. And so
I am focused on where I'm right now.
The God
with my beautiful Latin queen.
No, and that's why maybe you should stay right there.
I'm focused on it right now. We just hopped off.
No, and I'm like, so, and that's fine,
beautiful.
Right? And that's fine, but I don't think that it has to be at the discredit of black women, right? Because I think that's also what it turns into.
Is he discrediting? I don't know if he's discrediting though.
Yes, I mean, he said,
okay,
I'm really not.
Hold on.
I'm really not though.
He said
How?
that white and Latin women are
more submissive, more agreeable.
Yeah, exactly. Because black women are disagreeable. They're argumentative. They're abrasive. They're this. They're that. Right. And that's all the things that have been told to black women since slavery days. Right. That's slavery type shit where it's like, oh, black women are too masculine. Black women are too ugly. Black women are too this. Black women are too that.
We can have that conversation too.